Welcome home to Eden, darling. This is Love Life with Eve, and we are on the topic of phone addiction, internet addiction. Oprah Winfrey put out a wonderful call to everybody to see what's going on with the kids of our nation right now, how freaked out they are, how entwined with their phones they are. Some of them sleeping with their phones, can't go a second without it, living through them. So I want to give you a short little story of a success story of a beautiful man from let's see, Brazil, who has a son, a brilliant, brilliant son, who used to be one of my good friends. And as his son was growing up, the phone tantrum uh, situation was going on, where the kid's like, "Give me my phone! I want it now! I'm gonna do it all the time. I'm gonna do it during meals. I'm gonna do it in the bath. I can't live without it." And his father would take the phone from him because he was like, "This is an insanity. This is unhealthy." He could see it, right? But then the kid's like bashing the walls, breaking stuff, throwing tantrums. So my friend, let's call him, what should we call him? I don't know, friend. So friend, he decides, I am not going to let my child have no self-control, have no idea of what he's capable of on his own, in his own time, with his own mind, right? So he enlists my help. And the two of us decide to go on this thing where I'll support him in it. And his kid will realize his dad isn't the only one, some mean, crazy dad who doesn't understand. You have to live through these phones. And the first thing that happens, so we say, look, we're going to do this really cool adventure. We're going to take you to a whole new place. We're going to go to the river. We're going to go to waterfalls. And the kid's like, yeah, but I don't care because my phone will be with me. Will the phone work? And we're like, actually, we figured we wouldn't tell him till we got there. So we get to this special location. It's like a little retreat setting. And we say, and just quietly take the phone. Okay, now the tantrum starts, right? So I say to the kid, okay, in 10 minutes, you're going to get it back, and you're going to have to show me why it's so valuable, right? So 10 minutes later, he's waiting for his phone. So he gets his back, and I guess this kid is about maybe 9 or 10. It's pretty old to be having this kind of a inability to function without, entertainment every second. So I sit down with him, 10 minutes. Okay, here it is. Show me why it's so valuable. So he says, look at this show. It is the funniest show. It's this game. So we get on there, and it is so funny. It is the funniest show. The way they've made this game, I am cracking up with him. But there's a couple things I say to him we need to point out. Every single episode of this show is teaching you to hate Chinese people and hate girls. How are you ever going to have a relationship with a girl and ever get married if you're taught from day one to hate girls so much? He says, oh, but girls are stupid. Oh, but it's obvious. Come on, it's funny. Chinese people, they're weird. So I bring it over to his dad. And dad hasn't realized what's going on. I'm like, look what this game you've given to your child is teaching him. Like hateful misogyny and racism through the funniest, cutest little characters, right? Irresistible characters. So next thing we do, we're like, okay, he's thinking about that. He didn't really ever think about that before, that's maybe a bad thing, that's maybe not true, that all girls are horrible, stupid, disgusting, and the Chinese people should be, treated like aliens. So the next thing is, okay, we want to see, can you make it, I say to the kid, what you need to be able to do is make it a full hour without your phone while we go away from you, while we take the phone away. And the boy's like, no, he starts crying, he starts sobbing, right? So, and I say to him, we're actually not going to leave you alone though with yourself. I'm giving you a big pad of paper and a whole bunch of coloring pens. And while we're away for this hour, you're going to make your own cartoon as funny as that show. To you, funny to you, okay? Just make a couple of pages of your own cartoon book. Now the kid's like, what? I could do that? I don't know how to draw. It doesn't matter. Make squiggles, make it just symbols. It doesn't matter because this is just your beginning point. He's like, wow. Suddenly he's like, he's never had a chance to even think of that, like as like his own power to create. So I give him the supplies, and his dad is like, Eve, this is too long, an hour. It's just not fair. You know what you saw, And then the boy does this amazing thing. He looks up at his dad and he says, Dad, you don't believe in me. You don't believe I can make it an hour without my phone. And his dad's taken aback. He's like, yeah, that's true. That's right. So we do leave him an hour without the phone. We do leave him with the color set, and we come back and he has made the most incredible cartoon book all on his own with his characters and his funny words and his, crazy little cartoon monsters. That's just a start for you. This is a big, long journey to get your kids to have a life, to have a mind, to have an inner sense of what they're capable of. We have robbed them. We have stolen their lives from them. You know what it's like. I can hardly live without my phone. I was like, my business is here. My videos are here. My phones are here. My contacts to my friends are here. My music is here. My finances is all on the freaking phone. My love life. So how to get free of it, how to live in nature. Go outside with your phone if you have to. I've got my computer here. I'm writing my book. Okay, it's another form of the same thing. And it's helping me so much, all this computer stuff that makes it so easy. But I'm outside. Okay, I'm outside, and sometimes I'm playing music, and I'm taking those breaks to lay on the earth and to hear voices of my friends and not always text. Writing is hypnotizing because it's so beautiful. I love writing. I love words. Texting is interesting because it gives you this sense of like, I can say things I otherwise could never say. Well, that's great that you said it, but on the other hand, if you can't say it in person and you can't embody it, should you have said it? Is it real? Because if you can't embody what you said and stand by it and say it in person, maybe it was just coming from your head and not your whole soul and your heart, right? Or maybe it is. And that's one of the paradoxes, the beauty of these mechanical miracles of I'm getting to see you. Well, okay, you're seeing me. I'm not seeing you, but I feel like I am. The illusion is we're meeting, and it's a fun illusion. Okay, so I hope that gives you some courage, some understanding of what it might take. I mean, to really break this addiction with this kid and get them under control. It also means working on yourself. Like, what are you willing to do? What works? What can you realistically do? And keep your life together. So not going too far, too extreme, but on the other hand, those were tantrums. The kid broke furniture. He sobbed and cried. He felt like he was going to have a nervous breakdown. That's how entwined with the brain this whole computer world has become. And it doesn't mean we have to give it up, all the gifts of it, to get our sanity back and our health. It just means we need to go out into nature, into heaven, into paradise, see the sky, see the gardens, be in nature, feel the wind, feel the cool air, feel the water with your own hands, jump in. I've been doing ice plunges as fall is here. I miss swimming so much, but if I do an ice plunge in the cold river, it means it's not over yet. Okay, much love, darling, much love. We can do this. We can live more fully. We can be human still and embrace all the blessings of technology. We're just going to let technology, the challenge is to let the technology become a gift instead of these AI robots taking us over. What we're actually ushering in is them allowing us to be artists all day long. great cooks, great lovers, great painters, great writers, musicians, potters, weavers, having the time to live in the bliss realm as artists, as singers, as dancers, okay, with each other in community. So that's the gift that's coming. So if you don't prepare yourself of what to do with your time when you don't have constant entertainment living for you, that's where the technology gets dangerous, because then the brain is hinged into these little cycles where I gotta see it, I gotta see it, I gotta see it out there, I gotta do it again, I gotta press this thing, where is it, you know? But if you say no, the technology is only, the whole idea is to set this foundation to really live now, really learn from each other's cultures, really get mystical about the magic that's going on here. And when green thorium comes to our country, well, it's going to absolutely change the entire planetary global warming catastrophe, because China's already got the first green thorium reactor up and running, and now they're making replicas, and they'll soon be selling them. Green thorium is clean nuclear energy with absolutely no carbon footprint. Well, almost absolutely no. And, you know, compared to coal and oil and all that, it's just like nothing. It means the whole planet gets clean in a matter of 2 decades, you know. Decades? Well, we'll see how fast it can happen, right? But it's that the balance between saying what we're creating with our technology when we bring in the divine feminine is not a robot culture, which is kind of where we're at right now, where people are like, oh my god, all this comment, I'm a robot. That's the way it is right now, because we've divorced the entire culture and so many parts of the world from femininity and from the divine feminine, which is all embodiment and nature and sensuality and sexuality and the arts and emotionality and mysticism and the portals between worlds and time travel and all of this extraordinary, wild, you know, mystery and heart and values of children and home and family. We've divorced all that, right? Called her and all that sinful, dangerous, forbidden. But when you bring her back in, and then you say, now technology, divine masculine, please serve us. Serve us women, serve us children, serve the purposes of the soul, which is the feminine half of beingness. If our masculine half is this brilliant one who can make all of these incredible technological breakthroughs and build houses and all these incredible things, all along he was supposed to be serving the earth and the women and the planet and the children, right? If we had embraced the Native American wisdom all along, right by now, everything would be clean green energy, and we would all be in the powwow circle every day talking with the dream time and making incredible art and story and having no worries about survival for anybody on the planet. But that's what is happening now. Even just because it hasn't seemed to happen yet, and because it seems to be the total opposite at the moment, that is what's happening. That is where we're going. This is what's awakening. So get ready. Look, see, that's the proof. The goddess comes and gives the message. The cat is always a symbol of the goddess to me. So I'm going to call that omen. That's an omen right now. See, talk to them. Tell them. Tell them what you... Yeah, tell them. Yeah, just say it. Say it the way it is. Just please, just awaken them. Would you? Awaken us all. We just need cat magic. Black cat magic. Oh, but she's got a little white too, you know, so like we are embracing the divine masculine. If the feminine is black, the masculine's white, and they're together. It's not a problem. Okay, much love.